Shadow Coast here, and welcome back to our Battletech Season Pass campaign. We have completed our Rana restoration and now covering DLC content, flashpoints, collecting mechs, and checking out all the new stuff the DLCs bring. Now, we completed a few missions. We got up to 4 million, which is great. We're going to take a quick look. We have a bunch of flashpoints on the map that are new. We have This one's 158 days. This one's 177 days. So we'll come and hit these. This is against pirates. Pirates, the jackals, which I think are technically pirates. And we're pretty sure this does not have a time bound to it. So we will wait. And I'm just looking here. No restrictions for headhunting. No restrictions. We are going to head over to this one. Flashpoint Prototype. So we will be employed by the Free Worlds League against Liao, House Liao. So this is the Compelling Confederation. They are not happy with us. We're going to head over there. Going to take 150,000. This is light only. So before we start flying, let's take a look.
Welcome to the grease pit,
We
Commander.
have, oh, we just stored our javelin. Just want to, that was a mistake. Wasting money. I Let's see, we'll get there. If we have to bring one out and repair it, we will. We're holding off repairing our Highlander because we don't have a PPC we like. We're actually outfitting a Warhammer, which I want to give it a try. We're debating on allying with this faction. We're going to kind of wait for this stuff, see how things pan out. You can see we're done with the Tarian Concordant. During the Arana Restoration campaign, I did not pay enough attention and blew through the Tarian Concordant, so we're done with them. We're getting to that point with a compelling confederation. After
Hello,
these
Commander. Good to see you.
flashpoints, I think we're gonna be in trouble. All right, so we're gonna travel to this
Calculating
flashpoint.
course now, Commander.
Flashpoint prototype. We will be fighting on behalf of House Merrick against House Liao. Here we go. Your action against our interests are earning you a powerful enemy, Commander. Continue to impede compelling operations in this region and you will pay the cost. So they are not happy, and they're about to be less happy with us, unfortunately. When we were making our way across, we stopped in the Compelling Confederation territory to see if we could pick up a mission, and we could not. But we want to take on all the flashpoints. Doctor's orders. As you're on your way to the medbay for an evaluation, you hear Witness and Medusa shouting and then a loud metallic crash. Commander, Witness calls as you enter. How nice of you to join us. They rise halfway out of bed, trailing a tangled rope of tubes and wires. The senior doctor turns on you, flushed and angry. Commander, your mech warriors refuse to follow their recovery regimen. Medusa lounges in a nearby chair. How come you're running around the ship? You're hurt too. So we're going to order Witness to practice while they recover. They gain experience. Medusa, I'm up and about because I have a mercenary company to run. Unlike you, my job doesn't stop when I'm not in a mech. You turn to the doctor. I respect the challenges you face, but clearly Witness is going a little stir crazy. Perhaps they could spend some time each day in the training modules. The doctor tightened lips communicate displeasure, but she keeps those words to herself. Very well, Commander. We'll need them on their feet soon enough. Walking to the training room and back won't be any different than doing laps in the hallway. Gain some experience. We have a pretty good company of mech warriors, I'd say. I actually want to take a look. How many do we have? So we have 7 mech warriors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically 8 because it does not include ourselves. So that's 2 full lances. So if everyone is not incapacitated but injured or out of action, we can still field a second deployment. We will be adding Ronins and any ones that come in via storyline. We're still
Ready to
keeping
go
an
over
eye out for
financials whenever
Squire.
you are.
That's how we picked up Archangel. There was a little storyline about meeting I think we met Archangel when we were out on our run with Glitch, and he saved us from some scum trying to rob us. So we picked him up. We were going to pick up Squire, but unfortunately we could not because we were in a directorate-controlled planet. So we'll keep an eye out for Squire. And then well, actually, I take that back. I can't remember if we picked up Archangel with Glitch or if that was Test 9. Test 9 we did pick up via the story 2, A story 2. I think actually Test 9 was a new mech warrior that showed potential. I can't remember now. Anyways, we're gonna take a look. Ideally, we want Ronins. We don't see Ronins or Kickstarter backers. So we're going to then jump to the store, even though we have no money, and take a look. So, ooh, faction stores, which I forgot about when you ally with. It'd be cool to like see what they have. So, wow, this planet has like nothing. It does have. That is pretty awesome. And that is pretty awesome. Oof, I am struggling, guys. Let's take a look here. Where are we? You have to go to contracts, start the flashpoints. And you know what would be nice is if there's actually a compelling restricted access. We're getting good with wait, why can't we? What am I doing wrong here? We're not there yet. That's why. Where are we? We're flying in transit. Now we're there. Hey Mizuma. Well, welcome back. We are playing Battletech today and about to take on a Flashpoint, which is a DLC content. Alright, I have a highly delicate contract that requires your immediate attention. The task at hand is sensitive to the point that it cannot be discussed over an open channel. Meet me in the Duchy of Audrian and I'll fill you in on the details. So we will begin. You technically only have one light, so we will see how this pans out. Prototype, high orbit, Fraggerholm. Commander Hudson, before we begin, you must understand that the matters we're about to discuss are to be held in the highest confidence. You are not to repeat anything you are told today, not to anyone, and not ever. Am I understood? We're professionals, Force Commander Singh. We know how to keep our mouths shut. So, he is our company's representative for House Merrick. Very good, Mr. Olivier. I'll hold you to it. 6 months ago, the Andrian defense contractor called the Black Caldera Defense stole a prototype battle mech, a Raven. Yes, we want a Raven! From Hellespont Industrials on Cyan. In the intervening time, they have labored on behalf of the Dame Catherine Humphreys to reverse engineer it, presumably for the benefit of the Audrian military. Now the Compellents are laying siege to Fraggerholm and are on the verge of taking their prototype back. If they succeed, they'll maintain a unilateral access to the revolutionary new technologies that the Raven was built upon. For the sake of the Innisphere as a whole, that cannot be allowed to happen. I want you to find the Raven, recover it, and bring it back to me. What is the Raven exactly? Well, it's my personal favorite mech, and why is it so important? An electronic warfare platform. It's an electronic warfare platform in battle mech form. Sensor disruption, ECM, a whole suite of game-changing technology, all packed into the chassis of a single high-speed scout. As I said, it's still in the prototype stage. Even the Compellents haven't actually deployed a Raven on the battlefield yet, but they will soon enough, and when that happens, we're going to need them one too. If all of this is true, why would you wait until the 11th hour to do anything about it? The Duchy of Andrian is a province of the Free World League. You could have deployed troops of Fragglehome months ago. If we'd known sooner, we would have acted sooner. Regrettably, neither Dame Catherine nor Black Caldera Defense saw fit to inform us of their plans. Neither did they tell us when House Liao sent a fleet of to Fagerholm to reclaim its stolen property. Indeed, they've done everything they can to keep us in the dark. If it wasn't for the watchful eye of Safe, we would have no idea that any of this was even happening. So Safe is an intelligence apparatus of House Merrick. Now, House Merrick is basically a democracy of planets, almost like the European Union, I would argue. So different planets and groups tend to do their own stuff. I love the lore bringing in from the Battletech era, and I can't wait to get my hands on a Raven. Hopefully, this will happen sooner rather than later. I want you to locate the Raven and bring it back to me in one piece. To that end, you will rendezvous with Bravo Lance of the 5th Defenders of Audrion. Their leader, Umbra, is a niece of mine, and she has operational knowledge of Black Caldera's holdings. We've been in contact, and Umbra has agreed to turn against Dame Catherine. She and her Lance are patriots. They know enough to prioritize the League as a whole over their own little corner of it. And you're sure that you can trust these people? As well as I trust anyone, Bravo Lance has seen the folly of Dame Catherine's ambition firsthand. Two-thirds of their company has died to protect her secrets, and their own mechs are on the verge of falling apart. Umbra is a woman of integrity, but even if she weren't, Bravo Lance has ample motive to see this operation through. I've already agreed to repatriate them to Atreus when the job is done. I offered them a fresh start, and they were all too eager to accept it. Can't blame them for that. We'll rendezvous with Bravo Lance and see what they have to say. Alright, very good, Commander. Sorry, just checking one thing. Alright, very good, Commander. Bring me the Raven and your company will be rewarded. Be well rewarded. I'll speak with you again when your task is completed. Alright. Loading. Great. Prototype. So let's negotiate. We need money, so we'll do that. So, yeah, we'll go for 2. 55 tons. Alright, so we're gonna rejigger this. Um, we do have a Shadowhawk. I don't remember if I liked it or not. We're gonna bring 2 crabs, snub PPC crab, and we'll have a Jenner. We're gonna throw Medusa in the Shadowhawk, and for crab, I gonna snipe with Decker. You need some experience. Um, Test 9 we'll put in the other one. Going to attach to Witness. Archangel. Jenner runs hot. Although this one I think is pretty efficient. Technically we're only deploying with 1 light. We have 3 mediums. The crabs are pretty good. I think they're some of the best medium mechs out there. The Shadowhawk is a staple. It's kind of core. Can take a decent hit. Can provide a decent hit. We put an LBX-5 on it. For your first deployment, you will take the field alongside Umbra and the rest of Bravo Lance. Together, you will sweep the AO for hostiles, eliminating any compelling units you find along the way. Bravo Lance has endured a great deal of punishment over the past few months and will need your help to come through this deployment in one piece. In one piece? You're the man. Let's make ourselves useful. Do we suspect being double-crossed? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to ensure we don't allow our backs to be turned to whatever degree possible. Now, if we have to keep Bravo Lance alive, this could pose a challenge, because we have to absorb the damage. We're coming in with a pretty darn heavy lance for a 1.5 skull battle, I would argue. 2 crabs, Jenner, and Shadowhawk. You know, I think we should be able to disable most lights, but
Command
also,
interface initiated.
uh, oh, alright, a little glitchy. Here we are, XO, scenic new Stad, the shiniest combat zone of Fraggerholm. I've got Bravo Lance on comms, and their drop pods are prepared to launch. Are you reading us, Umbra? We read you and appreciate the assist. Our metal's been beaten to hell and back over the course of this deployment, and our meat isn't doing much better. Truth be told, I don't think we could survive another deployment without your help. Your uncle Davender had nice things to say about you, woman of integrity and all that. He's an honorable man, and we haven't always seen eye to eye, but he's sticking his neck out to help us, just like you are. Uh, when you're as beaten up as we are, that means a lot. Amen to that. I've been seeing double since the last head hit I took, and Conqueror's been bleeding from the ears for 3 days now. But has anyone from the 5th come to relieve me, to relieve any of us? Oh no, they haven't, and so we're here again, all loaded up in these busted-ass ceramic cocoons, getting ready to slam ourselves into the ground for the 100th time. Speaking of which, watch your commander, we're prepped and ready to drop. Look at that detail, we can see the drop pods around us now, that's awesome. We've got mechs on the ground, commander, ready to advance on the Capellans when you are. Alright, so we're going to do a little scouting. Destroy Luau invasion force. So they have a spider. They're all, what is that? Makeshift, 75% armor. Trebuchet, Griffin, Javelin. Alright. One must survive an evac, support Bravo Lance. Alright, so we're gonna move up
What are your orders, Skipper?
and
I got you.
get in position.
Coordinates received.
Archangel has a lot of evasion.
Hey, Chief, I'm picking up an unknown hostile.
Heads up, Commander, we got incoming drop pods. I've tracked their trajectory and marked their LZ on your screen. Compelling reinforcements. Lyrans, it looks like House Center has decided to join the party. I hate parties. Alright, well, we like House Center, but I don't know if they're gonna help us. We'll accelerate these guys. They are Spider. Umbra's in the... Oh, Umbra's in the Spider. That can't be good. Alright, 30 pounder, 20 pounder. We're gonna reserve. We're gonna ideally let them fight. Reduce the enemy evasion. 220 pounders and a 30 pounder. Alright. I'm debating if we position for the hostile drops. I think they're gonna move, unfortunately. It's a nice tree line there, though. We could get in position. It's so close to them, they could flank us. Now, if I had moved, those guys might have taken pot shots. So in retrospect, I should have moved one of them into position. I think that's okay. We'll move up here. We have some houses or some buildings to protect us, and we might drop back.
Yup.
Alright, so we're gonna move.
Yes, Commander.
Test 9. Oh, that's okay. That's not okay. I totally screwed that up. Totally screwed that up. I meant to jump him there so we had line of sight. Son of a gun.
Confirmed.
Alright, the reason we're targeting the leg is if we can take the leg off, he loses his evasion.
Scored a critical hit.
That was well done.
I'm here.
Gonna move. Yeah, that gives us an extra evasion pip. Gonna move you up front. And we're just looking to...
How'd that taste?
Wow, we should have ended him. Unfortunately, we did not.
I live to serve. I'm going.
Should have probably just target the
Roger that.
CT. Targeted the leg. Alright, one down. No, there are only 3 of them.
That's a kill.
The dropping force will probably be more advanced. I'm not as worried about these 2 lights. Albin, Stieglitz, Bradford. So we just ran a flashpoint with him a few episodes ago. I suggest you vacate the AO immediately, Commander. The lance I've just deployed is under order to destroy any hostile mechs it encounters, including yours. Appreciate the warning, but we aren't going anywhere. Not without the prototype, babe. I know what you're here for, Oliviera. We're on the same mission, but for different masters. I don't care what mission your mission is, Lyran. You aren't welcome here. Bravo Lance, light him up. Well, sorry, Stieglitz. We're gonna have to take you out. We honor our contracts, for better or worse. 35, 30, 20. Okay, so they have 3 lights. Javelin.
Commander?
Just gonna reserve for now. Let's see what happens. So, are these guys gonna duke it out? Yeah. So we might let them. Okay. Get in position. This building's pretty light, so we might target the building to knock him down. That guy's pretty close. Let's reserve. I want to see if these guys take off some evasion for us. And they do. So we should be in good shape.
Aye, aye.
I want test 9 back up here.
Affirmative, Commander.
We're gonna target yes the building and the mech. So how much does hold on before we do this? Alright. Building 36. So assuming you hit the building with 2, that should knock him down. Oh, I really thought that would do more damage to his legs.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so we have minimum distance. Not gonna worry about. Okay.
Standing by.
Whoa. Alright. Well, we probably should have done that first, to be honest. Man,
Oh, I like
we're
that.
having trouble finishing mechs.
Standing by.
I really want to punch this guy. Does it make sense? No. Will it be fun? Yes. We can take a hit from them. Nice. So we have bulwark. Our Umbra is just kind of flitting around. She could at least sensor lock or something. I like these multiple factions and deployments. Way more fun. Yeah, you got behind us. That's a problem. Thing is, now we can get behind him.
Losing lots of armor. Orders?
Um,
Primitive.
yeah, we're not gonna waste.
Hostile eliminated.
So having run the runner restoration, we have a very nice mech complement. We have very skilled mech warriors before these flashpoints revealed themselves. If you guys want, I'll eventually start a career mode. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that? They have an Irby. Holy smokes. He's gonna...
Ready to rock.
Alright, so... feel a little bit bad, but we'll take out the javelin
Roger that,
first, and
Commander.
then we'll focus the Irby. Yeah, we're just creating evasion there.
Accuracy. Through quality 5.
Alright.
Target down, Commander.
Nice. Putting in some good work with that Griffin. Gonna reserve, see if the trebuchet targets the Irby, which would be nice. No, he's gonna wanna focus the Locust. Alright, so...
To go.
I'm gonna precision strike the right side.
Copy that.
Of course, we hit the wrong side.
What do you need? Up high.
Gonna put you up front, Medusa. You're a tank.
Target is out. Critical hit, Commander.
NEC-10. Clarity for more company, Commander. We got inbound compelling drop pods. Repeat, Leo. Drop pods are on the way. Alright, they're probably coming in with mediums, which will be significantly more difficult. And... let me see. Yeah, that's okay. We can take a hit.
Waiting for orders. I'm walking here.
Alright. If we have two of them hit the center. Nice. We don't need to farm out an Irby. We want one. I'd like to collect one. They're ridiculous, but they're sometimes fun to play.
Skipper.
Alright. Test 9.
10-4.
Running hot. Nice. Look out, people, we got another Liao reinforcement lance on the field. Alright, we want to be careful when we head over there. We want to make sure that we have the support of the Griffin and the Trebuchet. Oh, that's what I thought.
Receiving you. Roger. Roger that, Commander.
We'll move in the general direction, but bring our mechs together. Nice little building to hide behind. Maybe Umbra and that spider can do something. I don't know if we can tell what, they're mimicking our tactics, where they just kind of gather around and wait. Got a 30 pounder, 30 pounder. So if these are light mechs, we're not that concerned. The concern comes if they have a heavier and assault, which you never know. Like, oh, she did something. R60L AC20, hello. That is insane. RC, whoa, whoa, whoa. These guys are not kidding around. I'm glad we were hiding behind the building and letting them go. Another 30, alright, javelin. That's not as scary as these guys. I wonder how much ammo they can carry. I can't imagine it's a lot. Another member of Bravo Lance just went down. Looks like they managed to eject, but we can't risk that happening again. Strike Commander, the mission is over for Henri and friends go down. I suggest that you protect what's left of Bravo Lance at all costs. Well, you know how I made fun of Umbra for standing back? It sounds like she ejected, but dang, that sucks. Alright, we're gonna still reserve. I'm hoping you guys fire on the Urbies. Yeah, good. We have a lot of... Great, you took out that Urbie. We'll take out this Urbie.
Aye, aye.
Medusa. Our main mech. They only have 3. I'm not too concerned.
Ready to rock.
So we're gonna focus on...
Copy that.
Well,
Inflicted some nasty on that sumbitch.
screwed that up. That was a tactical error on my end.
Rolling. Firing on multiple enemies.
We're not as concerned with a small laser. The Javelin's SRM-6s are now the priority.
Move order received.
We were gonna precision strike. We're going for the leg. If both hit, nice. That should take it out. Oh, he was entrenched, or excuse me, guarded. 20% reduction. Yeah, that guy's toast. This isn't over, guys. We have consecutive deployments. Fortunately, only 3 of Bravo Lance made it.
Onward.
I'm gonna keep aiming for that leg. Take it out. Push him back.
Take that.
Now we push him back. The rest of us can disable and take him out. Well done, Archangel. That was nice.
Yup.
Test 9, let's come in. Snub PPC. Alright, he's toast. I love the snub PPC, just watching those. The A was clear, everyone, all hostile contacts down. Thank the gods for that. What a shit show this is. First House Leo kicks in our door, then House Steiner comes flying, and what's next? The damn Fed rats? Not if I can help it. We're gonna find the Raven, grab it, and wipe out every trace of Black Caldera's research project. If there's nothing on Fregerholm worth fighting over, the great houses will pack up their toys and go home. Incoming message. Commander Hudson, please contact me when you reach a safe altitude. We need to talk. Alright, Marion, Marina,
Mission
Leah.
successful.
Uh-oh, we're gonna have a decision to make. We're gonna have a decision to make, guys. And we're trying to get in the good graces of House Liao. And we very well might have to sell out House Merrick if we want to be able to purchase a Raven. And I want a Raven. So whatever gets me a Raven is what we're going to do. This R60L is ridiculous. So we will build towards that. That'd be fun to run around with 4 R60s. Although they'd probably run out of ammo and then we'd be screwed, but 4 AC-20s on those guys. That'd be a sight to behold. With breaching shot, that'd be insane. Prototype 2. Hi Orbit. Thank you for speaking with me, Commander. Under ordinary circumstances, I wouldn't reach out to a mercenary in the employ of a rival state, but we are living in extraordinary times. What can we do for you, Lady Marina? So she's our representative for House Liao. One of my lieutenants spotted you fighting alongside a detachment of the 5th Defenders of Adrian. While I'm sure that you fought honorably, the cause that you're supporting is anything but honorable. The Duchy of Adrian stole something of great value to House Liao and you want it back. I'll pay you a great deal of money to recover our asset and return it to me. We get it, Lady Marina, and as to your offer, we'll think about it. See that you do. If you return what's ours, I'll pull the CCAF, so out of Fagerholm, now and forevermore. You will also receive generous compensation for your services, of course, money, political asylum for your Audrian friends, whatever you may need. Consider my offer, Commander. I don't want your blood on my hands. You lead an interesting life, Commander. We military types don't get the luxury of negotiating with our op force. They usually skip the preamble and just jump straight to the senseless violence. So this is Lucian Peregrine Green. So he's a Bravo Lance mech warrior. You can always go mercenary when this is all over. Speaking of which, let's talk about what comes next. Lieutenant Umbra, so she survived. What comes next is simple. We find out where Black Caldera is keeping the stolen prototype. I can tell you how to do that, but there's something I'm going to need from you in return. It isn't enough to steal the Raven for House Merrick. We also need to wipe out every trace of Black Caldera's reverse engineering project. As long as it exists, the great houses will tear Fagerholm apart to get at it. That isn't what our clan is paying us for. We're here to steal a Raven, not stop a war. Well, that's too bad because you can't get the Raven without our help, and we won't lift a finger if you won't help us protect our home. That's fair, guys. You won't, huh? Odd stance to take for a bunch of soldiers who just agreed to turn against their own government. We agreed to my uncle Davender's deal because Dame Catherine's actions are putting the Otterian people at risk. We are the goddamn defenders of Otterian. We are sworn an oath to protect this system, and we're gonna do it even if it means kicking House Humphreys right in the arse. Our lances can help any one another to accomplish their goals, or they can go it alone and fail. It's your choice, Commander. You've got a deal. If you help us get the Raven, we'll help you destroy Balcaldera's reverse engineering project. I'm glad that we see eye to eye. Frankly, we're going to need the help. As you saw on that last deployment, this project is bringing all the great houses out of the woodwork. Speaking of which, we've got Shugo Ugumachi on the line. So he's House Karita is involved. Holy smokes, guys! He he wants to talk something about a tremendous offer he has for us for his favorite mercenaries. A simply recovery mission, he says. Take a message. We've got work to do. Damn right we do, Commander. I'm sending you the details on the Black Hole Air convoy. If you hit it, you should find the intel you were looking for the location of the prototype Raven and the coordinates of the Black Hole Air's R&D facility. Bravo Lance, you're with me. We'll keep the compellents off Commander Hudson's back. We all know what we have to do, so let's get it done. Good hunting, Bravo Lance. We'll catch up with you on the other side. So we're gonna need to do some mech repairs before our next contract, boss. Can't go into combat like this. See me in the mech bay when you're ready. I think we're actually in good shape. I don't remember taking any damage. Yeah, we're waiting on the Highlander. We want a better PPC, and 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 so we're just gonna let it sit there. The Black Knight we should have stored earlier. Um, we are gonna call this an episode. For those watching on Twitch, we will continue. I'm just gonna take 2 minutes to kind of reset since I am recording and uploading to YouTube. So we're gonna take a look. Black Cloud Air Defense. Um, I'm okay with this. And we're gonna wait. So we're gonna take a 2 minute break here for those watching on Twitch. I'll be back on in a minute here. And for those watching on YouTube, you'll have to wait till the next episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll be right back.